Computers. We use them every day, whether it be your cell phone, your PC, or the RFID scanner at lunch or chapel. Our interaction with technology increases as time marches forward. Social media sites like Facebook and Twitter provide instantaneous and global communication with family, friends, and complete strangers. File sharing websites such as the Pirate Bay, Kick-Ass Torrents, and Torrent Funk allow a complete stranger to share that episode of Grey's Anatomy that you missed. However, Facebook, Twitter, and file sharing sites all have a common denominator. They allow a complete stranger access to your life. Facebook and Twitter provide an attacker with enough information to effectively become you, which allows them to scam your family and friends much easier than it would have been. File sharing sites allow you to download a game or movie, seemingly for free. And while file sharing sites do their best to eliminate untrustworthy files, they inevitably fall short, and as such, that episode of Grey's Anatomy that you just downloaded also came prepackaged with a virus that locks your computer and holds it for ransom. Today I will persuade you by showing you the benefits of using an antivirus, and how you can mitigate the risk of infection. As a computer science major with a focus in security, I believe it is extremely important that people are aware of the risks of browsing the web unprotected. In my speech, I'll show you why you shouldn't trust the pre-bundled antivirus, common causes of infection, and reputable antiviruses that will reduce the risk of infection. An antivirus is a program that finds viruses on your computer and eliminates them. Think of it as white blood cells in your body. It detects when your blood cells detect it's like your immune system. When it detects a risk, it eliminates it, or it does its best, and it's ever evolving. So Mac malware is rare, but it still does exist. How many Mac users do we have in here? This requires a raise of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. So data from IT security company Sophos suggests that 1 out of every 5 Mac users is infected with malware. This data was gathered from 100,000 users that installed their Macintosh malware, or Macintosh antivirus program. Windows are no stranger to viruses. Kaspersky Lab released, in 2015, Kaspersky Lab released a report saying that their products detected 310,000 malware attacks a day. This translates roughly into 2,170,000 attacks a week, 9,610,000 attacks a month, and 113,150,000 attacks a year. And while you may think you have security with Norton and McPhee, the most common form of security that comes bundled with new Windows, you're wrong. Microsoft in 2013 released a study in where nearly 1/4 of everyone who had an antivirus wasn't keeping it up to date. This left them 5.5 times more likely to be infected. On top of that, Norton and McPhee, the antiviruses that come bundled with your computers, are also vulnerable. On June 28th of this year, Tavis Normandy, a member of Google's hacking team, uncovered that McPhee and Norton cut a corner in creating an executable, and as such created a remotely exploitable flaw, which leaves the antivirus about as effective as protecting your computer as Internet Explorer. According to Gil Olivia, Heston College's system administrator, the most common cause of infection are torrent sites. Like I said earlier, torrent sites do their best to eliminate untrustworthy files, but they don't catch them all. So as such, when you're loading a file, you're playing Russian roulette with your computer. Either the file will be clean and will work fine, or you just downloaded a Trojan virus, which gives somebody complete and total control over your machine. Clicking on links is another issue, and as you can see behind me, I have the anatomy of a spear phishing attack. The way that a spear phishing attack works is a hacker will stalk your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, gather all the information possible, what you like, what you don't like, where you work, what your education is, and after he's found out almost every personal detail about you, he'll go on and map out your social network, your family, friends, colleagues, boss. And after he's found a suitable person to impersonate, he'll create a fake email, which looks like it's from this person, and then he'll send you a personalized email. And it bypasses your spam filter, lands in your inbox, and of course it's from your boss, so yeah, you're gonna click on it. And after you click on it, it says, hey, take a look at this. And it's like something to do with quarterly reports. You click on the link, you click on the attachment, and boom, you're infected. Easy as that. Now, what you've just done is allowed an attacker complete access to your machine. Now, hovering over links is one way to avoid malicious links. As you can see behind me, mybank.com If you hover over the link, it's actually an IP address, which isn't what's going to show up if it's valid. But there's one simple step you can take with attachments, and that's using protection. You can make it harder for an attacker to steal your personal information and destroy your reputation if you use an antivirus. Now, I get it. We're all in college, and we don't want to dish out the money to pay for an antivirus. But I have news for you. There are free alternative antiviruses that work just about as well as the ones you have to pay for. Sophos is one of the best free cross-platform antiviruses available. Komodo is another great free alternative for an antivirus. Heston College's IT department also has a plethora of information on browsing the web safely. So we've learned how an antivirus acts like your body's immune system in keeping out infections. We've learned how often people attempt to steal your information on a daily basis, how torrent sites and phishing attacks are primary methods of infection, and how an antivirus can mitigate the risk of infection. I urge you to take 5 minutes out of your day and install an antivirus. It could save you hours of trying to recover your identity.